Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a haul, but before you get mad that I literally just did a whole video of the 300 books that I own, didn't pay a penny for any of these. These were all either gifted to me or from a little swap library down the road or just generally unhauled to me from people that I know. I don't know if you saw my 300 TBR video, but basically at the end of that I said that I will not be buying any books until I have cleared 10 of my TBR vets. So I got hold of these and thought, well, that doesn't count because I didn't spend any money on them. So yes, there are a few, but they didn't cost me anything. So you can be mad if you like, but I'm not mad about it. I will go through all of them individually and tell you what I know about them. Some of them I know nothing about and some I'm just kind of intrigued by. Okay, so the first one was one that was unhauled to me from Emma over at Emma Novella. This is a Skullduggery Pleasant arc that I think she found in a charity shop. Now, if you haven't seen, I've been doing a read-along in the lead-up to the final book in the Skullduggery series, the 15th book. I'm very, very excited about it. This is very orange. It's very orange, and I mainly just took this on to be part of my collection. I have all 14 books leading up to the 15th. I actually have 2 copies of 14 because I have a paperback and the hardback, which was gifted to me from Gavin, so thanks again to Gavin. So yes, very much grateful to have this to add to my collection. Won't be reading it because obviously I'm at the other end of the series, but I will probably get to it at some point in the new year. So that I can actually see the difference between where the arc was and the final product, because I think that would just be interesting. So next I have the Oxford book of junior verses, or verses for juniors, which is a whole bunch of poems that are all kind of cover like a whole variety of different things. I mainly picked this up because I really like the aesthetic of it. I thought it was really pretty, but also because my mom is a wedding celebrant, so she is always looking for little books that have collections of poems and verses in that she hasn't seen before or collected in a way that is slightly different to the other copies that she has. And when I spotted this in that little swap library, I just thought it was super cute. I thought she would really like it. So this one isn't really for me, it's for her, but I'm adding it to the haul anyway because it didn't cost me anything. I like that I've just spotted there are some cute little annotations in this as well, but it looks like the verses are all on different subjects, and yeah, I just thought that was really cute, so pick that up. Next we have the Turnout. Now this is a book that I have added to Waypoint's website because I'm really intrigued to find out more about it. I know that it's a thriller all around ballerinas, which is really intriguing, but when I spotted this again at that little swap library, I thought I need to give this a go because the author has so many interesting looking books, but this is going to be like a really interesting kind of like first step into their writing. I love reading about ballerinas. As an ex-ballerina, I find it really interesting, but it just has such a sinister vibe. But I don't know anything more about that, and because it's a kind of thriller contemporary, I don't want to know any more about it because I'm worried I'll end up spoiling it for myself. So yes, very, very excited for this. I think the cover is stunning. I really like any kind of portrait that then has that like slash of paint over it. There are loads of those saved on my Pinterest because I just find that as a art style really interesting. So I liked that on the cover, and it adds just that little sinisterness that I need from a book to be intriguing to me. Next is a book that was unhauled to me from Olivia, from Olivia's Catastrophe. This is just Leigh Bardugo's Wonder Woman. I am a massive fan of superhero films. I really enjoy Marvel. I do enjoy some DC, and I'm intrigued to see what Leigh Bardugo has done with Wonder Woman, and that is basically all I know about it going forward. So just kind of intrigued by that. Olivia offered it out and I said yes. Next is the Office of Historical Corrections arc, which again Olivia unhauled. So I have maybe 2 other arcs. I have She Who Became the City, which was also from Olivia, and The Mercies, which I found at a charity shop. So I love getting my hands on arcs, especially when they're not directly from publishers. I just like the fact that they seem to be collecting them by accident. But this is another one that I put on Waypoint because I'm really intrigued by it. It's a collection of short stories slash essays that all look at historical moments or moments of racism, etc. It is by a black author, so I'm really intrigued to see like what happens there. But that, again, that's all I know about that one. Next is The Cowards, which again was unhauled by Olivia. In fact, the last book is also unhauled by Olivia. I know nothing about it. It just sounded like the cover just got me, and again it wasn't going to cost me anything, so I thought I would take it off Olivia's hands. But I think it's a kind of thriller, but apparently it's also got a main character in a wheelchair, so it's going to have disability rep. I don't know if it's going to have good disability rep. I doubt it if Olivia has unhauled it, but I'm intrigued to read nonetheless. And then finally we have Blue is the Warmest Colour as a graphic novel. I will always take a graphic novel off someone's hands if they're unhauling it. Again, I don't know much about this. I know that it's LGBT. see, but that is about it. And the art style seems really intriguing because it's almost anime-y, but it's very monochrome as well. So we shall see what's going on there with that one. I know nothing about the story, so I know that it's an award winner, and apparently the film is really good, but that's about it. So there you have it. Those are all the books that I didn't pay a penny for, so you can't be mad about it. Let me know in the comments down below what is the most recent book you got gifted and or was unhauled to you and thus cost you 0 pennies. Treat yourself to something from Waypoint because it helps support me and my content, and other than that, have a nice day.